beep, 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 beep. Beep. That's right. I'm a bus. Or, if you speak bus. Welcome back. If you're just tuning into the show, I'm your host, Bryce Collier. I've been hosting this show since our first episode on September 10th, 2001. Weirdly not a hit, that one. Anyways, we're finally maybe exiting a particularly cold winter here in Evanstown. Brr. That's human for being cold. Now, meanwhile, there's a new train extension, safe rides take forever, Uber is expensive, and students' 201 passes are gone. So in this episode, we're going to be dissecting Northwestern transportation, why it's broken, and how to fix it. And if we're lucky, maybe Northwestern will listen to our suggestions. And then maybe we'll kiss. Who knows? But for now, let's dive into the deep end. Transportation at Infestern has... What is Infestern? What? Oh, Northwestern. Transportation at Northwestern has been a hot topic recently, as many feel it's not readily accessible, too expensive, and in the cases of many personal vehicles, too stolen. So let's start off with a little guide to the L, the train system that runs between Chicago and Evanston. So, as you can see here on my map, patent pending, the L has 8 different lines, each color-coded, which is nice for planning your route, or if you're colorblind, for get a little sense of adventure. Now, we at the Deep End conducted a survey to find out how students feel about each line and which ones they use most. Marker? Perfect. All right, so first let's cross off those lines that aren't very useful or most students haven't even heard of. So that's your yellow lines and your green line, okay? And we also asked students on which lines they didn't feel safe. So we'll just cross off those lines where students said they didn't feel safe, because that is very important. And that leaves us with the purple line. Great. Students can take it to get to the Howard Station, conveniently located 10 minutes from where they started. But if they want to get any further, they'll have to use our overpriced Uber apps because they don't feel comfortable seeing a person in a hoodie sitting on a train. Now, of course, using the L at all has its own problems because Northwestern students don't have a school-sponsored CTA pass, unlike schools like DePaul, whose students receive unlimited free rides on local public transportation. But it's okay. Undergrads don't need to go into Chicago to experience the hustle and bustle of a major city. They just need to go into Allison Dining Hall during sorority rush, or Plex at like 7 p.m. And we even have our own Trump Tower, The Rock, at least whenever the college Republicans are feeling artistic. So as you can see, Northwestern actually is a bustling city. Another mainstay of bustling cities? Cars, because we live in America. And if you just look in the Constitution, you'll see that cars actually have more rights than people. Unless, of course, you're driving through Sheridan Crosswalk, in which case you should be ashamed of yourself. Who do you think you are? The Burgwigs? Because you're not. You're driving a Honda Civic, blasting Billy Joel out of your dusty-ass windows because you do nothing more than embody the heart and soul of a washed-down version of American Dream suburbia. So I would suggest you don't zoom through the crosswalk unless you want to get on a Zoom with my personal injury attorneys, Salino and Barnes. Man, those guys are good. Anyways, because most of us haven't been lucky enough to get hit and make enough money from the lawsuit to buy our own cars, in moments of desperation, we as Northwestern students turn to Safe Rides. Safe Ride is a free taxi service that's supposed to be there to keep you, well, safe. And after the first 40 minutes, it leaves you waiting alone in the dark. So it's pretty successful. At this point, calling it Safe Ride is like calling Buen Dia, Buen Dia. Because any day that I have to walk to North Campus after scarfing down a bean burrito, it is most certainly not a buen dia for me. Es un mal dia. So is Safe Ride free? Sure. But is it safe? Not when you're wearing a tiny strapless dress and 6-inch stilettos, freezing your ass off in negative-degree weather while waiting outside for the DG formal bus. But enough about me. Hey, speaking of me, I'm lonely up here. So please, welcome the Deep End's new special correspondent, Henry.
Hey, how's it going, man? Hey, how's it going? Hey, Price. You know, buddy, I've been hibernating this whole time.
What?
I've been hibernating, sleeping, waiting for you to say my name, and then I'm here now.
Weird. Henry, we would love to get your input on safe rides.
Ooh, safe ride. Ooh, no, not good. It's lateness. Buddy, it's a huge problem, Now, hot men with great eyebrows and a heart of gold have to worry about getting kidnapped. It's a really scary time to be gorgeous right now.
Yeah, and that's, I guess, something you've dealt with personally?
What?
You've personally dealt with being gorgeous, you said?
Personally, what was it? Personally?
Okay, for those listening who don't know, personally means referring to oneself. Henry?
Yeah.
Did you hear what I...
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
you hear what I just said?
You just, yeah.
What did I say? Well, Henry's left us some sort of piece of paper here, I guess. Final note before his exit. Let's see what it says. Dear Price.
Dear Price, as happens eventually to all men whose eyebrows are on fleek, I have been taken. Before you place my Disney's Cars-themed urn in the secret NU steam tunnels, I want to leave you a final poem with my thoughts on Safe Ride. Uber and Lyft drivers won't be part of the Safe Ride program anymore. I'm now sad because I was an Uber rating whore. I can no longer improve my Uber rating after my friend puked in the back from drinking an entire Borg. Please make sure they take a final pic of my eyebrows at the morgue. Also, in the big world above, if you ever find out, please tell me how many licks it takes to get to the bottom of a Tootsie Pop. Indubitably dead, Henry.
Well, that was depressing. Right. Now, while long wait times for safe rides have always been an issue, policy changes in the last few years have only made it worse. For starters, as Henry said from the Beyond, drivers who used to use their personal vehicles for safe rides and Lyft or Uber simultaneously are now required to use Northwestern branded vans. Some drivers prefer Northwestern systems over, say, Ubers because they are paid hourly rather than by ride, which is great. Except that actual shifts are limited, so there's less opportunity to work for people who rely on safe rides driving as a primary source of income. The vans also supposedly increase efficiency in all ways. But since multiple passengers can be transported at once, it ends up just increasing the time you spend waiting for all the other students en route to your location to be dropped off for the one driver who managed to emerge victorious from the gladiator-style battle over shift signups. And not only does this make safe rides physically unsafe, but they're emotionally unsafe too, as you have a much higher chance of running into your sneaky link in the campus-sponsored rideshare from your nightmares. So if you really want to escape that awkward run-in, you should just take the bus, where you can pretend you're looking out the window and not right at your situationship. Well, in this situation, it's you're on the same bus as someone and they're hot. But guess what? You get to avoid that awkward situation too, because this year Northwestern shut down free access to the CTA 201 buses anyway, requiring students to either use the Northwestern Intercampus Shuttle or pay $2.25 for the CTA bus fare. In its so-called justification of this new bus policy, Northwestern argued that the Intercampus would meet the same need that the CTA 201 bus previously met. But girls, much like the guy that tells you he's over 6 feet tall, this is a fucking lie. Anything over 5'10" is scientifically impossible. And likewise, the Intercampus Shuttle and 201 bus run on completely different schedules and routes. Now, of course, there are other Northwestern shuttles that take different routes and conveniently run at the perfect time for your classes that take place between 7 p.m. and 9 a.m. The intercampus shuttle itself doesn't actually run past 10:30. But you shouldn't be up past 10:30 anyways, because this is a top 6 school. You should be up and ready at 5 a.m. to do 1,000 push-ups, journal, solve the Riemann hypothesis, and work on getting yourself into Forbes 30 under 30.
Hey, I'm under 30. That's kind of cool. It's like me.
What was that?
What?
Henry?
No.
Henry, was that you?
No.
Are you alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Oh!
Yeah, hey! They're stealing the mopeds. They're stealing the. Is that offensive? Can I not do that anymore? Because he's
what?
Because he's in now. Can I
what
not do
are you
that?
saying?
I can't do the Trump impression anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, Henry, if you don't remember from early, what are you talking about?
Oh, hey guys. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing my section on the bike. We're doing my section on the bike. We're segueing. We're segueing in the bike. Let's go, dude. Yeah! Hell yeah!
I'm sorry, everyone. Where did he even go?
Divvy.
Henry? How did you get outside? Are you okay?
Divvy bikes. Divvy bikes are great. We love Divvy bikes. They're a Northwestern student essential. For Northwestern students who want to avoid cars and save the environment at the cost of only $75 a year, they can take Divvy bikes. Divvy bikes are great for hardworking students who don't want the hassle of walking or waiting for the bus. Divvy gets you to class on time. Divvy only costs a dime. And an additional $74.95. Divvy is not liable in the event that you crash when your bike brakes freeze, or for the fact that you look fucking stupid. Divvy, however, is a state-sponsored experiment to see how quickly one can develop a superiority complex when they obtain a large piece of metal with a triangular seat. So, I need to go. I need to go. I need to go.
Henry? Henry! What to think? I was actually going to ask him to lend me one of those bikes. I guess I'll just have to go the old-fashioned route and steal it. Bikes are an important mode of transportation for engineering majors who live south. Among others, probably. But reported bike thefts have jumped from an annual total of 176 to 209, and I think I speak for all of us when I say, let's shoot for 300 next year. Where's that Northwestern grind set? And speaking of bikes, there's an even bigger, dumber type of bike roaming this campus. Segways. I mean mopeds. They're everywhere now. Many Northwestern athletes use their monthly stipend money to buy mopeds for an easier and more earth-killing way to get around campus. And now they're infesting the streets. Everywhere you look, oversized super senior athletes just buzzing around on their purple scooters.
Men used to go to war. Not men like me, but like, real men.
Oh, great. You're back.
Did you know I was a bugle boy in World War II?
No, I didn't.
Man, I loved that trumpet. But when the Germans saw her, they took my golden, shiny love away.
Henry, do you have a point with this, or?
I do. Stealing is a real trigger for me, and that's honestly why it hurt so bad when my bike was stolen. Let's take a look.
Are you cutting to a segment?
No.
Okay, good, because you can't. It sounds like you're cutting to a segment. That's my thing.
Like, I might be cutting to a segment.
No, you can't just cut to. I cut to segments. You understand that?
But
Don't.
But I mean.
No. Don't do that. Stop. All right, let's cut to a segment.
I'm coming to you live, pre-recorded from the front of University Hall at Northwestern University School, describing one of the most important things on every American citizen's mind right now. Oh no, not pen. Get it out. Yeah. No, dude. We're talking about my bike that got stolen last week. Who the fuck stole my bike, dude? Do you guys know what happened to my bike? How do you feel about bikes being stolen on campus? Do you support bikes?
I do. Actually, when I was a freshman, I had my bike stolen. I was upset about it for like 2 months.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wait, that's like me now. So you don't support bikes on being stolen?
Yeah, I have to say I'm against it. I think it'd be better if nobody stole bikes. That'd be.
You heard it here first. Dude, what? That's just a fucking wheel, dude. That's just a wheel. Have you seen my bike anywhere?
I haven't, sorry, man.
People are not nice. How can a campus or a society function if theft is rampant and the rule of law is dead? What do you think about this? Do you think bikes should be stolen on campus?
Sure not.
But no?
No. What?
No.
No. It should not be stolen.
No. I'm so sorry. This is my bike.
Your bike was stolen.
This is a.
Illustration.
Well, I tried doing like a rendering, but do you
Go ahead.
do you support bikes being stolen on campus?
Who is it being stolen from?
Well, I just said it was from me.
From you? Are you a good person?
Yeah.
According to who?
Are you a good person?
According to me, yes.
What?
According to me.
According to you, yes. Well, I don't know if you're a good. I can't trust that.
Okay, well.
Have you
I might
seen
steal
my
your
bike?
bike? I might.
Did you steal my bike?
It could have been me. Anything.
Why the fuck did you steal my bike?
Well, because nobody could substantiate that you were a good person, so I just took it.
You really hurt my feelings, dude.
Sorry.
Well, at the end of the day, we found him, the man who stole my bike. Let this be a lesson to prevailing democracies around the world.
And oligarchies like ours.
Dude, we can't mention that. This is a family show. All right, we're going.
Poor guy. Now, the essential question is, why are people stealing these vehicles? Out of all the vehicles to commit a felony over, Evanston residents again and again have chosen bikes and mopeds. They don't choose sports cars or even embarrassing cars like punch buggies, but instead choose to steal vehicles that they'd actually look cooler without. At that point, if you really want to commit a vehicular crime, take a little advice from the Rogers Park criminal and shoot a bus. All right. At least you'll be cool enough to make his campus crime report, okay? Oh, think I'm getting a little news here. Henry, is that you? Do you want to say something about mopeds?
Hey, you. Hey, do you want to talk about mopeds on campus? Campus stricken by problem of moped. You got to talk about it. It's free speech and debate. No, free speech. We're talking about it on campus. Everyone's talking. Open dialogue. And we'll be right back after these messages. We're not monetizing this?
Well, he is right about one thing. Mopeds are ugly. That and the many other issues with transportation and accessibility on this campus could be solved with a few simple steps, including providing free rides on the 201, if not other CTA routes, and providing more safe ride options for drivers and students alike. For now, though, Northwestern Transportation leaves students with only one option: walking. And who knows? Maybe walking is the answer we've actually been searching for all along. Think about it. You can listen to music, make awkward eye contact with your ultimate, and most importantly, brag about your steps for the day. Northwestern, after all, challenges you to think. I don't need any other form of transportation because if I just tried harder, thought harder, I could walk from Tech to Kresge in 10 minutes. I could probably do a loop around the whole campus in 15 if I either grew longer legs or bought a pair of stilts. If there's one message you deep enders out there should take away, it's this: invest in stilts. Because the only thing longer than Illinois winter is how long it takes for your safe ride to arrive. In fact, poor little Henry's probably out there freezing right now. I'm gonna miss that guy. He always knew what to say. No, he didn't.
And there's a red light, and I don't know what that means. Okay, this is good. All right, and I'm going. Oh my god!